You want to have a system. You want to have a plan for your life. I plan my life, I project it, let's say 5 years out. That's what I do. And I try, and I don't know what's going to happen in that 5 years because I end up altering the plan. But the thing is, I have some kind of vision about where it is I want to go. And I can assure you, this is very real. Whatever my vision is, if I'm serious about it, it usually plays out in my favor. So you want to have a vision. If you're going to this job, know where you want to go. Don't just take a job just because, well, all right, if you're starving, take the job. But get yourself a better plan to take you to the next level, to take you where it is you really want to go. Okay? One thing I learned from being in the military is I learned that I'm capable of doing whatever it is I want to do. And when I was like struggling and everything, whenever I would struggle and I would think about giving up, because at one point I was offered a job. I was offered a job working for the IRS. And I couldn't imagine why they wanted me to work for them. I don't even like numbers. So, well, I like them when they're dollars. But other than that, you know, I'm not a numbers kind of person. That's not my thing. That's why I have a degree in English, not in math. But they wanted me to work for them. So I had a decision to make. But I stuck with what it is I wanted to do. And so what I'm saying to you is get yourself a system. And I decided I want to win. Decide that you're going to win at whatever it is that you're going to do for your life. Network. Get out and meet people. Because when I was as I said, in the military, I learned that I could do things that I never thought I would be able to do. One of which, when I went into basic training, I had never, ever even touched a weapon. Ever. Ever. And it was my first time. When it was time for me to fire this weapon, I cried like a baby. And I said I wasn't doing it. And my option was do it or you'll go home. Well, I learned to fire the weapon. And now I really like it. And so not only did I learn to fire it, but when I first hit sharpshooter, then I thought, wow, this is cool. Maybe I can be an expert marksman. Well, I was in the military for about 7.5 years. For the next 6 years of my military career, I made it a point of staying an expert marksman. Sharpshooter once. And so my point is that I realized that there was something I could do that I had never done before. So the object of the game is that whatever it is you do, you go in with an open mind. Now, I also found some great mentors. That is so important. I wish this was here when I came along as a veteran. You guys, you have people who are wise, who are smart, who can guide you. And so the key is to have enough wisdom to listen. But the other side to that coin is you got to be able to think for yourself too. Because, you know, we're capable of doing that. Delayed gratification and the right actions paid off. Now, this is for people, the person who raised their hand about for entrepreneurship. It's delayed gratification. I can assure you, it is not where you're going to wake up one day, and if it does happen for you, call me and just give me some of your money, please, because that means you are like the luckiest person on planet Earth, and I don't believe in luck, okay? The thing is that delayed gratification. Like I said, I could have taken the job with the IRS, but something in me said, you know what, stay this course. And I can assure you what the IRS was offering me, and this is not about bragging about money, this is about capability, and this is about accomplishment. What the IRS was offering me compared to what I ended up making in real estate each year, okay, I was making like 4 or 5 times more a year. So I'm kind of glad I stuck with that. And I was hungry. Okay, so I had a reason to take that job. I was eating grits. That was my meal. That was my breakfast, lunch, and dinner. Okay, so dinner was like gourmet grits. Okay, but it's all cooked the same way. So the thing is that was my meal. And the bonus was turkey wings. Back then, turkey wings were inexpensive. Now they cost so much. But they were inexpensive. And so that was my meal because it was like big and you could eat on that drumstick forever. So, and I was one person by myself. So that was my meal. My bonus was, like I said, the meat. Oh, tonight we have meat. So, and that would be whenever I sold the house and made a little small commission. So the point is the delayed gratification and the right actions, they paid off. Finally, able to pass it on by providing opportunities for veterans' wives, and others. Now, speaking of which, the gentleman that's helping me, he's my seminar coordinator. His name is Gabriel Timmons. And Gabriel, I don't know, Gabriel, how long have we known each other?
15 years.
15 years. So Gabriel has been working with me for 15 years. And you know what? He came out of the Navy and with no money. But you know what he did? That's why I mentioned networking. Because you know what he did? He came to my office for an appointment. He showed up late. I sent him away. And he came back again Okay, because he was dressed really, okay, he just needed a bath. I'm sorry, maybe I gotta say it. Because he was like really dirty and stuff. So I said, maybe you want to go and, shower and then come back tomorrow. So he came back. But when he came back the next time, we sat, we talked, and I learned some things about him. He told me his story. He said, listen, I'm getting out in 6 months. I don't have any money. I'm not going to have any money when I get out. But you know what he said to me? He says, whatever it is you're doing, I'd like to learn it. And he was interested in real estate. So I said, take the money that you have for the next 6 months, go get your real estate license. Make a long story short, he got his real estate license. He came to work with me, did really well. He was excellent. I had a thing about not making money because I had been hungry. So as I promised him, I said, if you do what I show you within your first year, you're going to make $30,000. That sounds like a salesperson, doesn't it? Oh, wait, that's what I am. So, but it wasn't a gimmick. I held to that because he had a family. And so today, now he doesn't work. He only comes with me now as my seminar coordinator because he likes doing this. This is fun for him and he likes to participate. But Gabriel has his own business. He has his own insurance business and he does well. So he doesn't need me anymore. Yeah. But guess what? He's now in a position where he can hire other people. See, that's the beauty of keeping your mind open to being an entrepreneur. Now, the keys to your success, they're based on this. The decisions you make confident and calculated moves. People get upset when their life doesn't play out the way they want it to play out. But you know why it doesn't play out? Because there's something that we want more than, let's say, than the other person who's trying to get it from us. So when you make decisions for your life, even if you take a certain job, if you become an entrepreneur, think about it before you make the move. But you've got to go in it with confidence. Real estate, I can assure you, when I got out of the military, I was rough, okay? I'd been in the military for 7 years, and I had my military ways. And let me tell you something. Yeah, 20 plus years later, they're still with me, and I love them. They are. I got a certain kind of discipline that I got from the military. Well, I learned to use that discipline to turn it into a lifestyle that works for me. A lifestyle where I can feel comfortable, where I can sleep at night, where I'm not worried about a job. And even if I went and I got a job, I wouldn't be worried about whether I was going to get a promotion or how much money I was going to make. Why? Because my confidence, back to the whole rifle thing. Okay? Ever since I did that, I'm thinking there's nothing I can't do. Okay? If I can learn to shoot that and be an expert marksman, hey, sky's the limit, right? So pick something that you've done well or something that you learned when you were in the military and bring it into the civilian world with you. That stays in my head. And anytime I want to quit, that's my story to myself. Hey, remember when we fired the weapon? Remember you cried like a baby? That's my story. And so I continue to go forward and I make things happen. Calculated moves. I have people that always want to sell me something because I was in real estate, so they know I've been a salesperson. So they're always trying to get me into a multi-level marketing company, or they're trying to get me to do something that involves sales, right? Well, what I did today is I have an online radio show. We are up to 145,000 listeners, and so I have fun doing that. I sell advertising to people who, because they like the show, make my life easy because they've committed to just, as long as I have the show, they're committed to sending me a check. Okay, which is pretty good. So that allows me to get that money coming in, and then I go out and I look for new advertisers. And of course, I've written 4 books, and they're selling. So I'm doing things that I want to do. And I was in the speaking business. I had a seminar company. I took a break because, honestly speaking, I was tired because I can work a lot. Okay, it's just what I do. I'm a taskmaster. So I took a break, and now I'm back in that game. And because this is something I love to do. But all of my moves are calculated when it comes to my business and when it comes to my life. When you talk about a job, you know what? How many people do you know who, when the holidays are over, they start moaning and groaning because they have to go to work tomorrow? Oh, I hate my job. I hate it. I don't want to go. You guys don't have to settle for that. Find your talents, figure out who you are, figure out what you're made of, and then you go and you look for those jobs. Now, that's kind of stuff people say who already kind of can pay their bills, right? You know what? I would say that even if I couldn't pay my bills, because I know this to be true. So figure out who you are and go for that job. And if your qualifications aren't there, well, you know what to do. You got to find a way to get those qualifications while you're able to get your grits and your turkey wings, okay? While you're able to still eat. All right? So confident, calculated move. Mindset. Are you open to learning about new things? You have to be open. You know what? Sometimes, does anybody ever come up and talk to you? You go, no, no, oh no, don't. That's not for me. I don't want to hear it. I won't do it, and I won't hear it. Matter of fact, keep your words to yourself. You know, let me tell you something. Here's the thing. Multi-level marketing. Like I said, people come to me all the time. One of the things that I do, I will listen to them. Now, in my head, I've already decided I am so not going to do this. Because I know what my life's calling is, and as of today, I love what it is I'm doing, and I need to stay focused and make this work, all right? But guess what I do? You know why I listen? Because I get new ideas. And I go, wow, okay, I don't want to be a part of the company, but I just learned something that I can add to my show and make it better, okay? So you want to keep your mind open and learn about new things. Plans and systems you put in place. This includes brand you. Now, it doesn't matter if you're going to be an entrepreneur or if you're going for a job. Why are you so special? Think about this when you're going for employment. How many people are filling out the exact same form? How many people are applying for that job? The same application. Think about that. What makes you oh so special? Why should I hire you over the other person? Do you know what? I interviewed a person when I was hiring people back in my real estate days, and one guy, I said, tell me, why should I hire you? Because that's usually my last question. Why should I hire you? And one guy said, you should hire me because I'm a veteran. And I said, well, I'm a veteran too. What else you got? So my point is, being a veteran is a wonderful thing, but make it work for you, okay? What makes you really special? You were not born a veteran. Okay, so there's something else. You got some other stuff going on too. So kind of get in touch with what's going on and figure out who brand you is. Don't be afraid to kind of on your own sheet of paper brag on yourself a little bit. You know, in our society, we've been taught that if you're really smart in school, you're like the nerd or the geek. So you need to kind of cower down and pretend to be dumb, or because you're not one of the cool people. You know, we're adults now. Listen, figure out who you are. And you need to pay attention, and don't be afraid to talk about how wonderful you are. Now, don't go tell everybody, because we don't all want to hear it. But it's important that you know, all right, who's brand new. And, of course, your daily routine. Your daily routine is very important. Now, this might sound silly, but trust me, this works. Your daily routine is important because it has